once I got to know you, I moved away.
You went to Wales.
You drove me out of English rugby. But no, I love rugby. You know, I played it at school. I loved it. And
what position were you?
so I started on the wing.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
We're about to start another argument.
You said you weren't competitive. There's only so much editing.
That was just a question. I don't like the answer.
Version is going to get a lot of.
I'm trying to be polite, so I'll hold back. Right. What I say. But yeah, I played rugby at school and loved it, and went from being I was classic, like how school really started, thinking I was quite fast. Yeah. Slowly got slower and slower.
He is
as I moved
fast.
in.
He is fast,
and then ended up second row.
Are you fast?
I was.
Well, this
I'm
needs
not anymore.
clarification, because we did a show with Zara, and you said that you've had races before. Is there an official 100-metre time that you'd like to share with the viewers? Are we sub 14?
We're about 9. So. Of course not. Now we know it's a black. No, so my 100-metre time is nothing to boast about. I'm nowhere quick compared to these guys. Nowhere near quick. Yeah. But when I was younger,
have you not seen this play? Tim's was like a milk float, and I was like that wardrobe from Beauty and the Beast.
We've had a not classed as a race before, but a race where you think I always have that panic, like if it's sports day and they have a dad's race or whatever, because you know that someone's going to want to take you down.
Yeah.
And then, we've had a race before, and I had to dig deep. Did you? I had to make it look like I wasn't digging deep.
Right. But surely does not someone just step out of somewhere and your beating just goes. Yeah. That's what I mean. Just someone just opens the thing and says, "Come on, do you want to just slow down?"
But there's lots of schools who banned like the parents' races because it's become far too competitive.
People training. Would you take part if given a chance?
Yeah, definitely. Actually,
we have trained for a year.
We have done, and we were told categorically there was no parents' race.
Right.
But then they called the last minute parents' race, and maybe the competitive side in both of us were like, we have to take part in this. So I had to do it in bare feet.
Was it like Spider-Man? Did you go so unprepared and you both disappeared into 2 phone boxes and came out in proper gear? Oh God! Yeah, just opened a handbag with some brand new perfect running spikes. I'm so underprepared. Yeah.
I didn't know what you were talking about.
Did you win? Who won? Did anyone do well?
I
came second. But again, it started off like Mike was just saying. I started off just running, going, just joining in. And I looked around and realised I was quite far out in front. And this guy with his Italian dad was in front. I was like, I'm going to catch him. Right. So then I started going, and I had a friend of mine trying to catch up with me. He pulled a hamstring and laid half next to me, and it just went.
And no one's seen that Italian guy ever since.
He kept running.
And then I ran in bare feet in the same race.
Yeah. How'd you get on?
I don't know. I wasn't in the front.
But you did really well. You did well.
My worst was in terms of athletics. Well, apart from running around the square at Balmoral, I was really good at that because I did corners really well.
You were quite quick.
But
the look you had on your face was quite terrifying.
The top card, the speed 5, corners 10.
Yes,
Resilience 12. Doesn't give up.
No, my worst was Jim Carner's when I started to take Peter to Jim Carner's. Oh God, the pain, because that was sprinting.
Yeah.
It was also absolutely hysterical because I tried to get him to do things more or less the right order and tried to help him. The other parents, the pair of us were lying down at the end of the course howling with the behaviour of some of these parents.
Yeah.
And one of them whipped his child off and literally threw it over the finish line.
Some of the parents basically used to actually be dragging the child behind. The child's given up, she's been dragged along the floor. Like, what are you doing?
That'd be me.
That's like the sack race at Bremar.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen it?
It's
absolutely hysterical, but occasionally the parent comes along beside it and picks it up, drags it along.
Amazing. Can I ask you about having to give the Calcutta Cup, that sacred trophy of England, Scotland, to your son-in-law? He tells a very funny story about taking a lot of time to rise to the stairs at Twickenham, and I just wondered what the opposite side of that story is.
That was deliberate, then I think a lot less of him.
I tore my ankle ligament.
Yeah, that's right.
He told you he said honestly he relished. I spoke to every single person, to every hand, waved.
I'll put it this way: there are a lot of people I'd just as soon not have given it to. So that was okay.
Yeah. Did you enjoy watching him play? Did you follow his career?
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, because it's like he kind of, within any team, if you know somebody who's playing it, it tends to, you watch more.
Yeah.
And that doesn't matter whose side they're on. So
but you also you keep an eye on Gloucester very closely.
I try and keep an eye on Gloucester. Yeah.
So then playing there for 9 years all the time whilst I was with Zara. So we had that debrief
Yes,
to
the
explain
boys
why we
said-
lost again. Why did you lose
Sunday
another
lunch gets a bit
final?
awkward,
Huh?
yeah.
As I say, obviously, you both pages of rugby, but there's so many obviously other different sports out there. Do any of you have kind of a burning passion for stuff that you like elsewhere that you might not mention to people? You know what I mean? I know you're a big football fan. You forced your children to support Aston Villa, which I'm not sure.
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
Where does that come from? What is the Villa
So
connection?
it's the first FA Cup game I went to a long time ago, and I had family friends who were big Villa fans. So they took me to these matches when I was younger and got me involved. And at the time when I was going out, I thought, this is great. I love it. I never really got into football that much.
Yeah.
As I've got older, I'm now addicted to it. I mean, it's. I think the rise of the smartphone, particularly, and when Villa actually got relegated from the Premiership, kicked off just a deep-rooted passion of. I think I was missing the team sports in my life, playing it, and so this is kind of it helps replace it a little bit.
Right. What about you? Football. What about you? Is there something else that you?
So I love all sport. I really generally love all sports. I love swimming. Personally, I love swimming wherever I
cold
can.
swimming as well,
Cold
you love-
swimming.
The
I love
colder the
swimming.
better.
The colder the better.
Really?
I absolutely love
Wim
it.
Hof style.
Yeah.
Slightly to the point when it's crazy and it's dark and it's raining and I'll go and seek out cold water.
You can spend the time in it, no problem.
I love it. I wouldn't want to be put through my paces with a freezing sub-zero ice
I
bath.
quite like going when we all get together because she'll make me do something that I know I can't. And then Catherine gets.
You're gonna have to do it.
Right, I've got to get.
You're gonna have to do it.
Like the
swimming
raf
then-
race or anything like that. Or,
Swimming, but actually just being sort of part on the water, but tennis, obviously I love playing tennis. We've recently got into playing a bit of paddle, which is obviously new.
That's the biggest growing sport
Exactly,
in
it's
the
really-
world.
Paddle tennis?
Paddle tennis.
Oh, paddle tennis.
It's great fun.
What do you mean? Even I could do that.
Definitely,
But team
you'd be very
sports,
good at it.
team sports less so. I think
Yeah, it gets more difficult,
it
doesn't it?
really does, and I don't think it's really great seeing some of the the girls playing these great sort of team sports now, like rugby and football weren't school sports when I was growing up. So it's really great that kids and Charlotte's playing both the sports now, and it's really good to see youngsters, particularly girls, playing these types of sports now, and cricket, and hopefully they're the sorts of team sports you can play after school.
For all your roles as patrons, I think you're the only one who has trained with a professional team.
And
If
gone
you
up
can
in a
class it as trained, I was not
and
sure.
look remarkably kind of proficient, relative certainly to
Yeah,
used.
you jumped better. In a career that spanned 19 and a half seasons, you did one jump that's better than anything I did that entire time. Honestly,
He's not joking either.
Yeah,
I rang the lads like, give me something. I'm gonna see it. I would love some little bits of where I can have a little dig because I know she's competitive, and they're like, no, she's really actually pretty good.
The lads
I was
do-
like,
When that comes through on the-
They're really kind. That's very good.
I didn't tell you that though. Obviously, I did.
Yeah. When that comes through on the to-do list, today you'll be jumping in a line-out. Is that like, great, okay,
I know,
who's
I love-
signed off on this? Or
I
are you
love-
like, let's give it a go?
No, I really do, but I would love to get involved, sort of playing it and getting the opportunity to play and muck in whatever the sport. I would definitely give it a go, even if it's something I haven't tried before, because it's really fun, and I think that's one of the best things about sport is it's fun, and I think it brings a sense of enjoyment to life for everybody, whether you're watching it or playing it.
Does Formula One come under your headline of different sports?
Yes.
Because that was
you watch all of it?
That was an off. No, because I've driven one.
How was that?
How'd you get on?
Oh, we did 3 circuits. Or at least I did 3 circuits of the club circuit at Silverstone. And I think my only claim to fame was that I didn't stall it.
Wow.
Good. A very good driver, actually.
That is quite impressive.
You are a very good driver. So is your daughter.
What are you after?
Nothing. No, but that is. You've always loved driving. You drive everywhere.
We did go-karts. Don't forget.
I've
Lot of go-karts.
sat in that Stuart racing car. Yeah, I look. I mean, you look horrendous, but
Listen,
I look
I
like
had
Donkey
trouble
Kong.
getting into
Yeah.
Francois Seversi.
I was like this.
I look like Bowser from Mario Kart. No one to get round me, but I won't go very far.
You've got to get into the seat. You're quite small.
And
That's,
then because your legs sit above as well.
Trying to find a helmet to fit on my massive cowlick as
that
well
would be
would not work.
You said a very interesting thing, which is that occasionally you have to pop in and see the teams. And I'm fascinated, if we can, just to sort of peel that back a little bit. There are amazing images, like the Lionesses winning the Euros. And that was obviously... Did you vote for Jill Scott in the jungle?
I
that been clarified?
didn't vote on anyone.
You didn't, oh, okay, you stayed neutral.
I stayed neutral.
Yeah. Occasionally you get thrown into an England changing room in the aftermath of an England-Wales game. Is that in and out, hello everybody, lovely to see you, well played and out, or is there a sort of nice, well played, tell me how it went?
I find it personally, I do find it quite intimidating because it's not a sort of natural environment to turn up into. But I do, however, love seeing behind the scenes of any organisation, and I think you really appreciate how many people come together. You watch the game, it's the performance of those on the pitch, but actually to appreciate and see and meet all the people that got that team to the place they are, and is I think one of the most inspiring things actually. And speaking to all the different coaches, the physios, all the trainers, and all the staff behind the scenes.
I think for all three of you, it's also learning a bit more about the characters behind it. Because I think that's one of the best things sports bring out is the variety of backgrounds, characters, and you might meet someone who you never think would have come from where he's come from to achieve what he's achieved. And I think that's the beauty of sport. You can never assume it's going to be from a well-off background or it's going to be from, it comes from everywhere. And I think that's one of the...
I've had some of the best conversations with the players after a match. Usually when they've lost, actually, you get the best conversation. When they've won, everyone's kind of on a high and it's kind of all, great buzzing, the music's on and things. But when they've lost, you sit down and have a chat and have a beer with them sometimes and you chat. You get to know the team a bit more than any individual characters, how someone will take losing. And who's carrying the team sometimes. You feel the burden of the captains usually come along and you can just see they're carrying so much weight and they're really dejected. And it's just then who comes along and helps him. And it's just the whole dynamic around that team I find fascinating, the psychology of it all. I've had some very amusing times over the years. Some that are unrepeatable.
I was going to ask, not to stitch anyone up, but kind of as the different generational between the way society has gone in terms of the way people conduct themselves now versus when you were sort of watching the game. Have you noticed when you have interactions whether it may be more formal back in the day or now today it's a little bit easier?
No, I mean, oddly enough, I think in the early days it was easier just to have a chat because they were...
A lot of Celtic farmers.
Well, there was a range of